Hello, 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 hello. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Share and invite, share and invite. Click those three buttons and share. Invite your followers on Periscope. Um, if you believe that this content will benefit someone specifically, you can invite specific followers. You can share on Twitter. You can share on Facebook. The last scope I just did, I'd actually kind of done a scope about that on Facebook. It was called Why Do We Really Want People to Understand Us? Talking about the spirit of people pleasing. You can feel free to go back and watch that. If you're on here, follow me so next time you'll get a notification. But this scope is about, are you ready for discipleship? And then I put both sides. And that just means the side of discipleship where you are being discipled and the side of discipleship where you are discipling. And so this is in no way inclusive because this is such a large, broad topic. But I just want to touch on a couple of things about discipleship. So let's talk about it. First question I have to decide if you're ready for discipleship. How bad do you really want your purpose and your destiny? How bad do you really want it? Are you willing to die daily, like Paul said, in order for purpose to be manifested and destiny to be birthed in your life? Are you willing to die for it? Are you willing for your flesh to die? Are you willing to die to your feelings? How bad do you really want it? If you are not willing to die to your flesh, if you are not willing to die to your feelings, if you are not willing to mortify your members, therefore, you don't want discipleship. You're not ready for discipleship. The process of discipleship is really a all up in your grill, all up in your business type of thing. I am a disciple builder. I'm a discipler. I'm an equiper. Even if there's an area in which I'm simply mentoring, it's even hard to mentor without kind of grabbing other parts of a person's identity. For instance, if I'm mentoring someone in, let's say they want to get a job, something simple, they want to get a job, and I'm looking at their resume and there's no consistency, well, then we have to confront why there's no consistency. Because if you want a career, you're going to have consistency. Discipleship is that on steroids, like times 100. So you got to really want it bad. That's a part of the reason why if I'm going to disciple anyone, there's a questionnaire and it looks like it's long and tedious. Well, honey, if you're not ready for something long and you're not ready for something tedious, you're not ready to be discipled. If you're not ready to feel a little bit nitpicked, you're not ready to be discipled. You're not ready for it. It's not for your life. You're not ready for it. I promise you. It's not something you're ready for. Disciples walked with Jesus. They went through a whole bunch of things. They saw a bunch of things they didn't understand. I've been reading in St. John. And even some of the things he did with healing on the Sabbath, with just dealing with people, sitting with people, they understand it. They ain't question it. They understand it. They just had to endure it. If you're not ready for that, you're not ready for discipleship. If you're not ready to do some things that people don't understand and they look at you sideways for, guess what? You're not ready to disciple people. If you don't want their purpose to come forth, if you don't want their destiny to manifest, if you're not willing to walk through painful moments with them and personal moments with them, if you're not willing to be inconvenienced, you're not ready to disciple people. You need to ask God again if you think that's what he called you to do. How open are you? How transparent are you? Being the discipler and the disciplee both require transparency. You don't want transparency? You're not ready to be discipled. You're not ready to be a disciplee. You don't have transparency. You want nobody to ever know your business? You're not ready to be discipled. Because discipleship deals with your character. It deals with your character. If you don't want your character to be dealt with, you don't want your character to grow, you have parts of yourself that you have just said it's just you and you're not going to change, you don't want to be discipled. You're not ready. Discipleship requires intentionality. If you're a random person, just a free spirit all the time, you're not ready to be discipled. The discipleship process requires intentionality. You got to be intentional. You got to be intentionally honest, intentionally transparent, intentionally loving, intentionally accountable. You're not ready if you don't want those things. Discipleship aims to walk you through and out of difficult processes that you cannot handle alone. Are you willing to admit that you can't handle stuff alone? Are you willing to say, I need help? Because if not, you're not ready to be discipled. If you're not willing to say you can't handle stuff alone, you're not ready to disciple other people either. Because the thing about it is, it's so easy to mishandle processes with other people when you haven't had to endure that type of process yourself. It's real easy to mistreat people in situations like that. You're not ready for discipleship on either end. Either way, discipler or disciplee. Are you ready for growth? You don't want no growth? Well, what you want with discipleship? Discipleship deals with your character for the purposes of growth. It deals with your character for the purposes of growth. That was good, y'all. It wasn't in my notes. So you don't want no growth? You want nobody to deal with your character? You don't want to be a better person? You don't recognize anything that's wrong with you that needs help. You don't need no help? You don't need to be in a discipleship program then. It's not for you. Same thing. You don't need to be a disciplee. Oh, you don't need no help? You're not broken in no areas? Everything you do is right. If everything you do is right, you don't need to disciple people because you're going to be real judgmental. Real judgmental. Real judgmental. If everything you do is right. On the other end of that, if everything you do is right, what you need to be discipled for. Because you got it all together. See, discipleship is for people who don't have it together. Discipleship is for people who recognize, listen, I got some broken places. I got some messed up places. I got some hurt places. I got some places I'm pissed off. I got some places I want to slap people. I got some places I want to go out. I got some places I want to kick folks in the head. I got some places where I don't want to pay these bills. I want to be irresponsible. I got some places that I want to just sleep around and club and drink and smoke. I got some proclivities. I got some issues. I got some things that without accountability is going to run rampant in my life. Those are the type of people that need discipleship. Strangely enough, the church don't like those type of people. That's the type of people we push away, but that's a whole nother situation. Discipleship requires covenant. It requires covenant between two people. It requires the knitting of two people's hearts. That's why it's generally a long-term deal. Mentorship can be shorter. It's getting you to an intended goal. Maybe somebody's mentoring you on writing a book. Well, once the book is written, then, that's the end and the intent of that. But let's talk about covenant. Covenant is always accountable to and requires accountability from. If someone is telling you that they're discipling you and they require you to be accountable to them, but they are never accountable to you, there's a problem with that discipleship program. That sounds more like slavery. Slaveryship. That's what it sounds like. Slaveryship. If I'm going to disciple a person, they're accountable to me. I'm accountable to them. Just it's not slavery. You're serving each other. So those are my few little points and my few little things I wanted to ask and put out there about discipleship, because we have a lot of people talking about discipleship and discipling and disciple building. And we have people that are like, oh, this is a new thing, and you run into it. And I just wanted to put it out there so somebody knows what it is and if they're really ready for it. Because you have to be in a place of self-awareness. And I mean aware of yourself in the negative ways. In the negative ways. Yep, you got to be aware of that. Thanks for all who are joining. Share with your followers. Share to Facebook. I'm probably going to go do this same one on Facebook. I like this one. This one's pretty good. And it's pretty short. And if you know me, you know some of my videos can be long. I'm Prophetess Katrinka. Prophetess K, Elder K, Katrinka. I call myself that girl. I'm that girl. So I'm that girl that is called to be a discipler, that is called to be a disciple builder. I'm called to build people to their next place. I'm called to walk them through processes and to help them get the education that they need and help them know how to study the word, help them know how to navigate through the realm of family and the church and all of those things. That is what I'm called to do. But I promise you, I'm not one that you want to run up on and say, hey, I want you to disciple me, because I'm going to ask you a whole bunch of questions, and all those questions are going to make you think about yourself in ways that you're probably like, oh my God, I didn't want to think about it. I promise you, because when I did this questionnaire myself, listen, I need to be discipled. That's right, daughter. Kingdom builder. What drove me to this place, most of the time, the thing that bothers you the most is what God is calling you to set a trend or to pioneer. And one of the biggest things that bothered me was seeing so many people who were phenomenal preachers, lots of preaching engagements, miracle signs and wonders on their life, really can tear a text up, had a great hoop, can hold their ear, could sing before the Lord, and do all of those things. All of those things. But I ain't got no character. What? Don't pay their bills. What? Got tickets and don't never pay them. What? That bothered me. So that's how I got to a place of discipleship. I just saw that name you put up there. I don't know if that's, I think it's going to be tribe discipleship, but what you put in there may be a portion of the explanation, because it definitely is building the kingdom. But I believe that there are a tribe of people, just as there were 12 tribes of Israel in the Bible. I believe there's a tribe of people that are called to discipleship and wisdom. Just like there are a tribe of people that are called to prosperity teachings and faith teachings, they're in grace teachings. There are a lot of people that are called to different tribes, and I think that there should be a tribe in the earth for discipleship that goes past your pastoring, that goes past your mentorship. But anyway, I am going to shut this down, guys. I welcome whoever just came on, HDLJ. Hopefully you're not a troll, because I will block you. I love you so much with the love of the Lord, but I will block you if you're inappropriate. My previous scope, I shut down comments that were not followers. But welcome to you if you're watching. If you're watching this on the replay, I hope this blesses you in some way, and hope it shifts you in your mindset and causes you to think about yourself and to grow as a better person, to seek out discipleship. If you say, I didn't realize discipleship was that deep, and maybe I do need somebody to come in and help me live life, be better and be productive and be a kingdom builder, and come out better on the other side. So you guys have yourself a super great night, and I'll do the same. Love you.